This is Chris Smith, Eagle Tribune sports writer, author of the blog Smitty on Baseball, here with the editor of the Eagle Tribune sports department, Bill Burt. How you doing, Bill, today? And better than the Red Sox?
Thanks for having me on this highly rated show program here, Smitty on Baseball. But yes, hey, it's raining out and we're talking baseball, so I'm happy.
All right. Is it time to push the panic button with the Red Sox? Only 3 games into this season, but they've looked atrocious. They gave up 11 home runs. The starting pitching was as bad as it can get this weekend. What were your thoughts after the weekend?
Yeah, I've now come up with the name. I call this team now the worst team in baseball history. Obviously, look, there's been a lot of hype with the Red Sox, and a lot of it deserved. I will say very interesting what's going to happen here for the next couple of days heading into the Yankee series as they try to figure out not only who can pitch, because I think we know that will come under wraps. I think they're good enough there. But the lineup, I think it's still a question mark. I don't know what they're going to do with Carl Crawford. I don't think Terry Francona knows what he's going to do with Carl Crawford. Now you got Big Poppy. Looks like he's swinging a decent bat. He's 6th. I think there's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen. There's no panic. I think Buchholz, I'll say it again, I think he's as good as any pitcher in the league. I think Lester will have a very good year. And after that, those 3 starters are good enough. You need 2 horses. And the next 3, and I think Daisuke is going to have a decent year, not have a great year. Beckett's probably the wild card. But I'm enjoying this because it is frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. It's going to be enjoyable to see how Terry Francona handles it because I think he's going to have some. He's going to be stepping on some toes here.
Now, with pushing, I mean, was he overcoaching or over managing, I should say, by putting Carl Crawford down at number 7, 2 games, and he has 2 bad games, and already he's number 7 in the lineup. And this is a guy that makes $142 million.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't really faze me. I don't think 3 is his spot anyway. Carl Crawford is not a 3rd hitter. When you have a Gonzalez and you have a Kevin Youkilis, they're 3 hitters. Now, that being said, if Crawford's hitting really well, it probably doesn't matter. He could play 3. I just think I want Gonzalez up as much as possible. I think he's the real deal. I think the best part of what I've seen, I love the way he swings. I love the way he's up against lefties. I love the way he goes to left field. Look, it's very early. I'm more interested in Terry Francona because I think he's sort of struggling right now. I think there's too much talent. Baseball's simple. You talk to any old baseball guy, they say just look at the averages of every guy on your roster, add that all up, and if it's a good team, it's a good team. The Red Sox have a really good team.
All right. Lastly, Saltalamacchia has looked really bad at the plate. Is this a concern with that they should have re-signed Victor Martinez and that this catcher position is, could be a potential bust in that, Saltalamacchia, he came in as kind of the biggest question mark entering the season.
Well, they can handle him hitting. Again, it's 3 games. The pressure could be getting to him. He's at Boston. He's not hiding in Texas. I'm not really concerned with his hitting. I'm more concerned with his catching and how he's handling pitchers. And it's way too early to know if that's good or bad. We'll find that out probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm not really, again, the 8th and 9th hitters, with this lineup, it shouldn't matter. Saltalamacchia he can strike out 5 times in 10 at-bats, and it shouldn't matter. I'm not blaming Saltalamacchia for what's happened here. He doesn't look good. Is he a full-time catcher in the major leagues? I think, I'm not sure. I'd guess no. I don't feel comfortable with him, but a guy that can play 100 games, maybe, Veritek comes in and plays 40 and someone else plays 20. But Victor Martinez is very interesting. That's like heresy to bring that up because we got Carl Crawford and Victor Martinez. And Gonzalez and let him go. So it's going to be interesting. I'm having fun while everyone's sort of in really panic mode.
Okay, one more question because we talked about earlier today, me and you just chatting a little bit. How important that I'm
going to suspend you for?
How important Lackey's next start is. Can you talk a little bit about Lackey? And I mean, he's got the opener at Fenway Park, opening day, going against the Yankees. How big of a start is this? And talk a little bit about Lackey this year.
Briefly, here's the deal. My advice to Lackey, if he's listening or watching, is treat this next start, which is going to be opening day, like it's the most important start of your career. There's one reason why. The fans are very close. There's really not one player they dislike. He's the closest. And it's not because he hasn't played well per se. It's more his attitude. I pitched okay, I've been doing well, and you know, no, that's not the way. That's not what you say here. Even if you think it, you say, I stink, I'm going to get better. Look, it's going to be opening day. It's going to be a very festive atmosphere. I mean, you know, you could pitch an opening day and they'd probably cheer you. I don't think that's, so I think there's the makings for a very positive day. But if he gets hammered and they lose that opening day game, he could lose the fans, and he looks like the kind of guy that doesn't take to booing nicely. So, and that could have an adverse effect.
He does have the tendency to make excuses and you know, make excuses about himself. Oh, I've only won more than 14 games once in my life. And,
just treat this game, treat baseball like it's important in your life. That's why we, Boston, the Red Sox, which is we're all part of this family, paid him all this money. And just make believe it's very important in your life, and pitch like it, because I'm telling you, it's an important start for him. I'm not saying one start makes or break, but if he struggles, he could lose a lot of fans, and that could have an adverse effect on him. That's all.
All right, well, thank you very much, Bill. Again, this is Bill Burt, editor of the sports department here at the Eagle Tribune. Chris Smith will be at the Red Sox game on Friday. We'll be maybe doing a video from there, and I'll be doing the game live, I guess, from there, doing a little cover it live thing. So come in and answer I'll ask all the questions you want, and I'll hopefully have some pretty decent answers. All right, this is Chris Smith again, Bill Burt. See y'all back on the blog tomorrow.